Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, and I'll give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I'm going to say Shalom to the full lake, hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. Alright? Now I just want to do this quick lesson on this article that you see before you. Dealing with, what's going on in that region, dealing with Israel and Gaza. Israel and the Palestinians, Salakia. And pretty much we can clearly see, the reason behind this Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, which, all these niggas are talking about, because this is a distraction to keep people away from real-time problems. As people are gossiping about, whose diss went harder and who won that beef. This is what's going on, in real time, right? It says Israel once again dropping white phosphorus on Gaza in war crimes assault. All right, and as you can see, Amalek, all right, which are the Jewish, they're playing the victim while also being the villain. All right, because here in Babylon and these other places that supports them, they're the persecuted, right? You got all kinds of propaganda talking about, that, anti-Semitism is growing everywhere. We need to do something about this. Laws are being put in place for these people, all right, to protect these people, right? They're the victims. Yet in that region, they're the ones doing the attacking, all right, using illegal weapons, okay? But nonetheless, like we always say, we don't choose neither side. We choose neither side of this war. We just bring out the prophecies concerning what's going on. All right, but nonetheless, we can clearly see, who's doing the more of the attacking, who's doing the illegal attacking at that. All right. So I really want to start with a scripture in the book of Matthew 24 and verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many." All right, and we're living in that time of great deception right now. You do got people coming in that trying to come in the Lord's place, saying that I'm the one, or they're coming as if, they've been anointed, all right, to speak or to give salvation. Okay, you got a lot of that going on right now. Verse 6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." And this is what we see going on right now. You got earthquakes happening, every day. All right. You got famine getting ready to happen. Of course, in different parts of the world, famine is already happening. In these poor parts, these poor countries, you already got famine going on, man, which is a lack of food. But it's only going to heighten. But the main place of this kind of judgment is going to be America, Babylon the Great. It says in pestilences, which you got more of that coming. All right, more, diseases coming to haunt this place. Okay, so it says the kingdom against kingdom, or which we see happening right now. You still got the war of Ukraine and Russia. You got these Palestinians and, Israelis going on. These are rumors of war. And this is what we see happening in real time, which they're trying to distract people from. Okay, but it says the gates of hell are ready and waiting to burst forth in Rafah, the last remaining refuge of the Palestinian people still alive in Gaza, and already an eager expectation of and this is what Amalek is doing. Here it is, they're trying to exterminate, these Palestinians, from the land. Yet once again, here in Babylon, they've got propaganda going on that they're the persecuted, all right, that they're the hated. Okay, but nobody, and dealing here in America, nobody's been hated more than the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. Yet there's no law put in place for you, for you Israelites, you real, the true Israelites, all right, to receive justice, and that show you that these people don't really care about you, all right, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and these Edomites, so-called white people, don't really care about you. There should have been put a law. There should have been put a law, about 50 years ago, dealing with the civil rights era, dealing with, the persecution, our persecution. But we understand that it's, it's all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is not our rest. Okay? It says, and already in eager expectation of the promised ground invasion, Israel is once again raining down white phosphorus on them in violation of international human rights law. So this is what they're doing. And if you look up a clip of white phosphorus, that's some dangerous stuff right there, man. That's the kind of shit that'll melt the skin off your bones. Yet this is what they're dropping on children, women, and men. Yet, here in Babylon the Great, we're gonna be made the face of, wickedness. We're gonna be made the face of evil, right? Because Esau, Edom, is the devil, the accuser of our brethren. You already see that happening here in the Babylon with Jake, all right? Whether they're in the truth or not, Esau, Edom is pretty much putting plastering Jake's face everywhere, to accuse, any crime that happened, you best believe it's a Jake face going up there, all right? Yet the real criminal is over there doing this, Let's get a quick scripture in the book of Sirach 27 and verse 26. It says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. All right, and Esau is well known for doing this, setting snares, all right, digging pits, all right, hoping to catch people, all right, but he's gonna fall into his own pit. You ever seen those videos where, somebody's digging something, for a mischievous purpose, whether it be they just, smoke somebody and now they're trying to bury them? What ends up happening is that individual, all right, ends up, falling into that hole which he digged, all right, and dies in that hole. Well, that's Esau. Esau is digging a hole which he's going to fall into, all right? Verse 27 says, he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. All right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, Amalek. All right, they're working. They've always been working mischief, and all that mischief is going to come upon them suddenly, man. All right. The main mischief is them trying to, establish the NWO. All right, but Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, as it says in the book of Job, is going to rain his fury upon his head while he's eating. Okay. It says, according to reports, May 8th is when Israel started blasting Rafah with white phosphor munitions, which were illegally targeted towards civilians and civilian infrastructure throughout the enclave. All right. And another quick point I want to make, Esau, Edom, accuses Jake on a day-to-day basis. Jake, of course, our people do wickedly. Of course, our people, whether it be they steal, and do minor things, which we don't condone, of course. Jake do not have the power, all right, to drop bombs on nations, man. And white phosphorus bombs at that, and that shows you who really has the power, all right, to be dropping dangerous and illegal weapons like that and still be, painted as the victim. That shows you who controls the media. Okay. It says, overnight and into the early hours of the morning, the Israeli military continued to pound parts of eastern Rafah city. So this is the ongoing war going on with the Palestinians and Israel. All right. Right here it says, since the start of the genocide, Israel has used white phosphorus on civilians, not only in Gaza but also in Lebanon numerous times. The many vaporized corpses being found in Gaza are evidence of that. So Shalaki, Jake just woke up and saw this. I had to do a lesson on it. So my voice is also waking up with me. But This is Proverbs 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And the people are mourning over there. And although, these are the heathen, of course. They're waiting. They're really waiting for the sons of God, the Israelites, to be put back in power so that they can live. Because we see the fruits of the wicked ruling the world. All right, we see the results of, the devil, having the power in his hands. Nobody's happy. Everybody's suffering. The only ones happy are them. Okay? But Yahweh Shem Yahushai is getting ready to remove the power from Esau's hand and pretty much, set the rightful rulers, beginning with Yahushai, on the throne, man. And everybody's going to rejoice. When you read the book of Isaiah 14, it talks about how the trees are going to rejoice. And, trees, also represents people. It's metaphoric, for the people, but also literal trees will be rejoicing. Okay, this is Isaiah 14 in verse 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down, Salaki. It says, how art thou cut down to the ground? But you didst weaken the nations. All right, and once again, Lucifer, is talking about the so-called white man, Esau. All right, the king of Babylon. Okay, because Lucifer only means light bearer, or bearers of the light, and this is what the elite, pride themselves in. That's why it's called the Illuminati, which is called bearers of the light, or enlightened ones. Talking about the elites of Esau. Verse 13 says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. All right, Esau, Edom have done this, so-called going into space, and setting his throne above the Israelites, because the Israelites are the stars of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can refer back to that dream that Joseph had, where he had the 11 stars of him and his brethren. So the 12 tribes of Israel, are likened also unto stars, and Esau, Edom, has exalted himself above the stars of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, that's why, like the scripture says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes. Let me see if I can find that. Now I'm gonna get back to the scripture, because I know where it's at, so it won't be too long. Or was it the 7th chapter? And I'm gonna go back to Isaiah 14, Lord willing. Okay, so it is the 10th chapter, where it says, I have seen servants upon horses. Right here, 10 and 7. I skipped right over it. Salaki. Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. You see, so Esau, Edom, has pretty much been in the power seat, and Jake has been, on the ground. And that's also symbolic. If you've been lifted high, that means you're in power. But if you're on the ground, that means you're lower, or you're beneath. You're subject to the one that's above. Okay, Isaiah 14 says, and it shall come to pass, Slakia, 14 in verse, I will sit, in verse 12, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, all right, which is here in Babylon the Great. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, which shows that this is talking about Esau, all right? And we can see that happening in real time. Esau, Edom is trying to be the Most High, through his technology, which, they got cameras everywhere. Their artificial intelligence, is damn near, on everything you do. They'll know what you're doing, and they're trying to solidify it by, bringing this MOTB. Verse 15 says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, which means what? They're going to be brought low. because the Edomites, they're in their heaven right now. Okay? But when Yahweh Shem Yahushua visits them, he's going to take them down from, their rulership and bring them down to captivity, or bring them down to oppression, man. Verse 16 says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? You see? And this is what we see going on right now. This is the man. All right, they're going to be like, is this the man that shook kingdoms? All right, the basis of men, the Edomites. Okay? See, this is the man. Is this the man that used white phosphorus against us? Killing millions of our people, and I'm speaking from the point of view of these people, that are, that are at war with these, Jewish. All right. These are going to be part of the people saying, is this the man? Okay. It says, is this the man, verse 16, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? Right, and this is the man, the so-called white man, Esau. He made the world as a wilderness, constantly destroying everything. I believe it was a couple years back, where, there was a big, there was like a big yellow fire in the water, in the ocean, But where'd that come from? That's Esau probably. Esau more than likely was testing his weapons in the water, all right, in the ocean. Pretty much to hell with the sea life, all right, to hell with the water, and the creatures within it. I'm gonna test this poisonous bomb, because that, it's poisonous substance that come from these bombs, nuclear substance that come from these bombs, therefore polluting the water. All right, Esau said to hell with that. We're going to test these bombs. All right, this is the man that made the world a wilderness, man. Everybody's suffering. And this is why, the people are going to rejoice. The world is going to rejoice. The animals, everything is going to rejoice when this man is taken out. All right? It says area locals say Gaza is absolutely in an engineered famine right now, as Israel cuts off every last lifeline into the Palestinian enclave in an attempt to starve out and otherwise destroy these targeted people. So, as brothers say, man, you people that support, these small hats, this is what you're all ultimately supporting. You're supporting, the attempted genocide, okay, of these Palestinians, man. And once again, we don't choose neither side, but once again, we're bringing out, prophecy in the news, of real world events, and this just happens to be one of them. It says on May 7th, Israel heavily bombarded Rafah in an attack that injured and killed numerous children. Yeah, and children are going to suffer this too because, first and foremost, they're heathen anyway. They're just part of the story of, catching hell, going through all this. Included a 4-month-old baby and 6 and 8 years old children who were living in the Quishta family home. Israel bombed the residence, killing most of its inhabitants. All right, so hey, this is where we at right now. More and more, deaths are going to happen leading up to, the great battle, World War III. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is making this happen quick, and Lord willing, we get out of here. Okay, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole full lake. Shalom.